Dear students, now I am going to explain or give a presentation on conformational analysis of cycloalkanes, which is a part of your alicyclic hydrocarbons, a chapter of your first semester first year chemistry. Okay. But actually in this presentation I am going to explain the first part is how a conformation or a conformer can be represented on a two-dimensional paper or a screen. A three-dimensional model, how it can be represented on a two-dimensional screen, first point. And after that I will take up the conformation analysis with regard to the ethane, propane and butane. These are the things which I am going to cover in this presentation. First, let us start with the first point. This is a very important slide. Here you can able to understand the basic concept underlying the conformational isomerism. Isomerism, as you know, isomerism is nothing but compounds having the same molecular formula, but exhibiting different physical and chemical properties. Such are called as isomers. That concept or the phenomena is called as isomerism. So, this particular isomerism can be categorized into different types, as if they are having the similar type of molecular formula, they exhibit different type of properties, means they are isomers. If they do not, they are not called as isomers. These isomers can again be categorized into two types. If they have got the same type of connectivity between the atoms, then it is called as the stereoisomerism. Stereoisomerism, which may call it as a spatial three-dimensional isomerism. The second one, the second part is the molecules do not have any connectivity, the atoms of a molecule do not have any connectivity in between them. That is called as constitutional isomerism, also called as the structural isomerism, which you have taken up in your lower studies or lower classes as different type of chain isomerism, position isomerism, ring chain isomerism and so on and so forth. You have already studied in your lower classes, and of course this particular part also you have studied in your lower class, and now here as a matter of fact we are dealing bit higher. Okay. Stereoisomerism, as I told you, stereoisomerism is nothing but the isomerism that is due to the spatial arrangement of atoms of a molecule. This stereoisomerism is again be categorized into different types. The first part is if it is due to the rotation of a carbon-carbon single bond. If it is due to the rotation of carbon-carbon single bond, for example, if you take the rotation between carbon-carbon single bond, this is the single bond, then it is called as conformational isomerism. Now, I am going to explain the conformational isomerism with regard to the ethane, the propane and then the butane also. So, these are the molecules which I am going to explain in detail. Let us take up the first part. The first part is the representation of what you call that a representation of a three-dimensional molecule. As you can see, this is a three-dimensional molecule. This three-dimensional molecule, how you represent on a two-dimensional screen. So, you have to visualize how this molecule looks like by seeing a two-dimensional screen or the monitor or the board, whatever be the thing. So, that is what I am going to explain. There are different type of methods that explains the structural representation, the conformational representation on a model. The first one is the Shahars representation. The second one I am going to take up is the Newman projections. And of course, you have got different type of things, wedge and dash and all those things are there. And now I am concentrating mostly on two things. One is the Shahars representation, the second one is the Newman's projections. First, let us take up the Shahars representation. In the Shahars representation, the molecular model, first I am taking up the ethane molecule. Here, if you can put this, the CC bond at an angle, the edge of the page, you can see this Shahars representation in a proper way. This is the one where we represent a three-dimensional molecule and a two-dimensional screen. This is the Shahars representation. The next one I am going to explain you is the Newman's projections. Here in the Newman's projections, we have to view the molecule. This is the molecule we are going to view. This is the ethane molecule I have taken, and here if you can see the same thing I have represented on the screen also. Here we are eclipsing this carbon atom with the back carbon atom. The front carbon atom, as you can see on the screen, I have represented as a dot. The front carbon is represented with a dot and the back carbon is represented by a circle like this. This is the circle, the back carbon, and this is the front carbon, which is represented by a dot, and the 3 hydrogen atoms that are attached to this particular carbon is written like this. This is the triangle. This triangle represents the front carbon, and the back carbon, as you can see, it is represented by a circle, and these are the hydrogens that are attached to the rear carbon. This is the Newman's projection. I have shown these two things. The first one is the Sahar's representation, and the second one which we have taken up is the Newman's projections. And now let us take up the conformational isomerism of ethane in detail. So, conformations, as I told you in the beginning, this is the rotation. This is due to the conformation is due to the rotation of a carbon carbon single bond. As you can rotate this particular bond, this carbon like this, you will get different type of conformations. These are called as conformations of ethane. In ethane, you can find and you can move only two prominent conformers. One is this one you can see there, here you can see, I am showing you here. This is the eclipsed one, and this is the staggered one. There are the two isomers, the conformers that are possible with ethane, and I have shown the same thing on the conformational isomerism with regard to the energy profile diagram. This here in this particular presentation, here you do not have this type of torsional strain between the bonds that are attached to it, and they are well separated, and there are no attractions and repulsions between these things. Obviously, it will have the lower energy, means higher stability. This is the thing. The same thing I have shown it on the screen also. This is about the conformational isomerism of ethane. Now, let us take up the conformational isomers or the conformations analysis of propane. Here I am going to do the conformations with regard to the C1, C2. This is the C1, C2 and C3. As you can see, this is the propane molecule. I am doing the conformations with regard to the C1, C2. So, the rotation of this particular group will give you different type of isomers, conformers of propane, and here also you can get a different type of conformers by means of rotating 60 degrees either right or left to it, and you will get all the conformations that are possible. As you can see on the screen here, this is the most staggered one here. As you can see here, this is the staggered form. Here the bulky group of the methyl group has no interactions with these carbon atoms, this is hydrogens, and thereby the torsion strain is very less here. So, less strain means more stable, and then the less energy. Here the other one you can see, this is the one where you have the steric interactions or the steric strain between these methyl group, the bulky group, and then this hydrogen, and that causes lot of strain and thereby lot of energy, and then the lower the stability. So, I have shown all the possible conformations that are possible with propane, and the same thing I have represented on the screen with regard to this particular molecule, the conformations of C1 and C2, this particular rotation, this I have shown in detail. And after that, this is all about the conformations of propane. Till now we have taken up two conformational isomerisms of both ethane and propane. Now let us take up the conformations of butane. Butane is CH3, CH2, CH2 and then CH3. This is the butane molecule, and now we are going to observe the conformations or the conformational isomerism with regard to the C2 C3 bond, C1 C2 C3 and then C4. I am going to rotate the C2 C3 bond in different angles, thereby we will get different types of conformational isomers. You can see here, this is the one which is a more staggered one, the C1 C2. Yes, I am showing you. This is the one where you can see these bulky groups, the methyl group and the here the methyl group is well separated. This is the most stable one because it does not have any type of strain, whether it is a steric strain or the torsion strain between these two groups. As you keep on rotating this to 60 degrees, you will get different type of conformational isomers. Here this is called as the gauche, and here this is the eclipsed one. Here the eclipsed is, you can see, this is completely eclipsed. These hydrogen atoms are well together and thereby they have got steric hindrance here, the steric repulsions are there, and thereby the stability will be very less, it has got higher energy. So, the most stable one is the staggered one, and the least stable one is the eclipsed form. This is the one. So, how you get? Simply by means of rotating the C1, C2, C3 bond in different angles, 60, 120, 180, here the 180 and then 270, 300, 360, like that. You will get different type of conformations. I have shown in detail about the butane molecule. And for this, I have shown the same thing on the screen also. You can see here the same thing. You can see the first one I have shown the staggered one, and the second one is the eclipsed one. These are the different type of conformations of butane, and this one, the one which you are seeing at the screen is the space fill model also I have shown. This is the molecular model and the one is the space fill model. Next, you can see the same thing on the screen. In the screen I have rotated all the angles, and the energy profile diagram that shows first one is the stable one. This is the stable one. As you go 60 degrees, its stability decreases, which is called gauche, and then this one is the eclipsed one. This is the least stable, having highest energy. You can see the energy difference also, and then again gauche, and then what you have got? The well separated staggered one, the least stable one, the most stable one. These are the different type of conformations I have explained. To sum up the entire presentation, I want to repeat the important topics which you have studied or understood in this presentation. The first one what I wanted to explain is the conformers. What are conformational isomerism and how it exists and all those things. But before actually going into the conformational isomerism, I have given the definition for first one is the isomerism and the types of isomerism. The broad type of isomerism is the constitutional, or you may call it the structural isomerism. The second one I have taken up the stereoisomerism. We are more concentrating on the stereoisomerism, which is about the spatial arrangement of atoms in the space, the arrangement of atoms in the space or the air. So, under stereoisomerism, you have got again two different types. Of course, the first one which we are interested and which we have studied is the conformational isomerism, which is due to the carbon-carbon rotation. And I have explained in detail about the conformational isomerism with regard to ethane molecule, propane molecule, and then the butane molecule. Actually, you need to have an understanding about the representation. After all these molecules are the three-dimensional molecules, because they are having the tetrahedral bond angle, and the tetrahedral molecules obviously have three-dimensional. These three-dimensional molecules are to be written on a two-dimensional paper or a screen. That requires some sort of technique or the way. Those things can be explained with regard to the Shahars representation. I have explained these things, how these can be represented on a two-dimensional paper by means of Shahars representation, and I have shown you by means of putting that particular molecule in an angle, you can see all the atoms that are attached to that particular carbon. The next one I have explained is the Newman's projections, where the Newman's projections can be viewed as, you can see these atoms, these carbon atoms are viewed in a line, this. And here what I try to explain is the front carbon and the back carbon. Front carbon is represented by a dot, and these hydrogens or the groups, whatever it be the case, they are represented by a triangle like this. And then the back carbon is represented by a circle, and these hydrogens or the other groups are represented by the way. These are the two different methods where you can represent a three-dimensional molecule. And also I have explained the ethane, propane and butane conformational isomerism. I have given the energy profile diagram where you can able to understand the energy difference between one conformer to another conformer. How? So, as you can say, the conformer with the lowest energy will be the stable and the conformer with the highest energy will be less stable, and in between also you can find different type of groups like Gauche. This is all about the conformational isomerism with regard to ethane, propane and butane.